I believe the number I saw today was over 226 schools that this has happened at. I could tell you I've been doing this for almost a decade and I've never seen this.
Since President Donald Trump took office, ICE has terminated the legal status of more than 4,700 international students and scholars. A growing number of international students on F-1 visas simply see their legal status terminated without prior notice. Universities have noticed a wave of SEVIS terminations, the system that tracks international students. Some were linked to pro-Palestinian protests. Others had no clear political connection at all. Immigration attorney Stephen Brown says some students were flagged for merely having a past arrest, even if the charges were dropped.
One was arrested and the charges were dismissed with prejudice. One was arrested. He bought a new car and went to a parking lot, did some donuts in the parking lot. A cop saw him, arrested him for reckless driving. In both of these, they had their records terminated for this criminal record. They're in jeopardy of being detained, and we've seen the administration wanting to be tough on that.
And this is not an isolated case. Brown's law firm alone has heard from hundreds of students since the beginning of this month.
We've been contacted by probably over 200 students. I know attorneys that I work with have been contacted by a lot of students at other firms as well.
The reasons why their legal status was terminated have been puzzling for both the impacted and immigration attorneys alike.
The issues that have led them there have been vast. Some of them have been reckless driving. I have seen people who have been arrested for DUI. A lady that I spoke with was arrested for simple assault because she punched a guy that was trying to force himself on her. That was her only run-in with the law, but because she was arrested and fingerprinted, she's been flagged in the system and has had her SEVIS terminated.
Does this signal a shift in the country's immigration policies? On March 28th, Secretary of State Marco Rubio confirmed over 300 visa revocations and counting. He said the actions target those who engage in behavior counter to U.S. national interests.
Don't think there's been a human element of this. I think somebody made the determination that we're going to do this and they're not looking at it from a human, there's no human looking at it.
Brown says that the uncertain period we live in has mobilized the immigration community like never before.
I don't believe under its own regulations, ICE has authority to terminate SEVIS. ICE has ways to put an individual in removal proceedings if they have committed, certain violent crimes especially. None of the individuals I've talked to would rise to a level of removal. Additionally, I can tell you, I know the ACLU is working on this. Immigration attorneys across the nation are working on this. It's been a while since I've seen the community really come together and be like, this is really messed up. We need to all work together and fight this.